Hi, I'm Dallas Froome, and this is stage 2 of my learner growth project, and I am using a second grade ESL student for this project. So what am I teaching? My 3 lessons are part of a science unit over animal habitats, so I began by picking second grade science standards and then aligning my objectives to that. I then selected language standards and objectives that fit my learners' needs. Those needs are using proper English when speaking and writing, and then focusing on active participation and listening. And then my other focus was how to make the unit fun and interesting for all students. So the first principle of UDL is means of representation, the what of learning. So I went through each lesson and made sure I had some differentiation in my means of representation. So in lesson 1, I have a video that describes habitats to the students, and I also have informational habitat posters. In lesson 2, we use a PowerPoint in game form. We have habitat riddles, and then again I use the informational habitat posters. And then finally in lesson 3, I have a different video, and once again I use the habitat posters. The second principle of UDL is means of action and expression, the how of learning. So in lesson 1, we begin with a discussion with the whole class and then partners. The students sort different animals into habitats using task cards, and then at the end of the lesson they get to draw animals, writing about those specific animal habitats, and then sharing orally with the class if they choose to do so. On lesson 2, we have the game and riddle activity. So the game is in small groups, and the riddle activity is in partners, so this allows for a lot of speaking time. And then at the end of the lesson, there's discussion to clear up any confusion. And then finally in lesson 3, we sort the animals into their habitats again, just to review. And the students get to create their own animal projects by drawing and writing, and possibly using technology if it's available. And then if they choose to do so, they can share about their new animals with the class. And then finally, means of engagement, the why of learning. So in lesson 1, I have a variety of activities. I have video, discussions, sorting, drawing, and writing. I like to keep my students moving and talking because they're very energetic, and I can't let them get bored or they easily get off task. And then they get to pick their own animal to draw and write about. In lesson 2, it's a collaborative team game, working for points, so I thought this would be a motivator. And then a scoot riddle activity. We have done scoots in previous lessons in math and science class, and the students enjoy it, so I knew this would be a good engagement activity. And then in lesson 3, I also have a variety of activities with video, sorting, drawing, writing, and then creating their own animal. So they're being creative and they get to decide what their project is about. So finally, targeted my learning goals. The goals for my student are using proper English and grammar when speaking and writing, using capitalization and punctuation correctly, and then active participation and listening. So in lesson 1, my student needed to participate in collaborative conversations in order to learn, and then he needs to use proper grammar, capitalization, and punctuation in the end assignment. In lesson 2, in order to participate in the game and the riddle activity, he needs to participate in collaborative and partner discussions. And then in the lesson 3, he needs to use proper grammar, capitalization, punctuation in his animal creation. I will provide sentence starters to assist him with his writing, and then I'll also work individually with students to help correct their writing. And then he will have another opportunity to speak and share his final project with the class.